I welcome all our participants to this wonderful session. We shall be starting in a short while, so kindly stay with us. Okay, so good evening, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. So, at this outset, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Honorable Dr. Ashok Kumar Mittal, Founder, Chancellor, Lovely Professional University, and Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, and to worthy Pro Chancellor, Colonel Dr. Rashmi Mittal, for their constant guidance and visionary leadership. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Dr. Gini Nijavan, Director, Center for Distance and Online Education, and Mr. Manish Kumar, Additional Director, Center for Distance and Online Education, Lovely Professional University, for their continuous support and encouragement. It is now my privilege to introduce Ms. Gurpreet Kaur, an accomplished human resource professional with extensive experience across reputed global organizations. Ms. Kaur is currently serving as an HR business partner at Amazon Fulfillment Center and Service Provider in Canada, where she contributes significantly to driving people strategies and enhancing organizational effectiveness. She brings with her a rich and diverse professional journey, having worked with esteemed organizations such as Flint Corp, Lafarge Canada, and Chubb Fire and Security Canada, gaining expertise across various HR domains. What truly distinguishes her profile is her strong academic background. She has served as an assistant professor and head of department at Lovely Professional University. So we are very happy welcoming her back home, ma'am. So you're welcome here. And
Thank you
she has
so
been
much.
contributing. It's our pleasure, ma'am. And she has been contributing to higher education for over 6 years. She holds an MBA in human resource management and has further specialized in human resource management from Sheridan College, reflecting a strong academic foundation. So, with her blend of academic excellence and industry expertise, Ms. Gurpreet Kaur brings valuable insights and perspectives to the field of human resource to all the visitors, all the learners who are joining us today. This is going to be a very insightful session. So, I would suggest all of you keep your notes and your pens handy with you because there would be a lot to learn from ma'am. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Ms. Gurpreet Kaur. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. All right, team. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And I truly appreciate. I know today is like your weekend almost, and evening of the weekend. So that is great thing. So, firstly, I would like to thank you, Lovely Professional University, my alma mater, I will say, because I started my journey, my career from Lovely, and that's where, like, wherever I am right now, it's because of whatever I learned over there with the whole work, as well as I learned from my guides over there. So I'm truly blessed to be a part of this journey and over here right now today. And thank you so much, Amit sir, for inviting me over to go through the same.
It's our
So
pleasure,
I
ma'am. So, having a person with so diverse profile and such an experience, it is indeed our pleasure to be hosting you for the session. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for graciously accepting the invitation and being a part of this masterclass. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, team, everybody. I'm hoping you are enjoying today, and thank you so much to everybody again. I'm truly appreciating everybody's time, and that's where we will be trying to go ahead with whatever best we can do for all of us. So, from starting from the introduction, Amit sir already introduced me, so I'll not take you more time on the same, but just wanted to let you know. So currently I'm working as HR business partner at Amazon. So Amazon Canada, Amazon, that's like more pioneered for the, I will say in HR, the AI, that is the best company. If you ever want to work in future, go for it because it is using like whole AI tools and everything over there, and you will learn a lot. And it's a never-ending process, and we all are in the same boat right now. I will be learning few things from you. You will be learning few things from me. So this is a together journey and the same boat. Uh, Before starting, I will quickly want to know like how many of you are here and how many you will rate yourself. I know there's a big number over here who is present, the participants. Oh my God, that's 100 participants, and that's great number. I just want to know in the chats if you can quickly send how you will rate yourself in using AI. Amit sir, can they reply in the chats or no?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So team, I'm looking forward that how many of you can quickly reply. I just want to know that how you will rate yourself in using AI, how much you are using AI on journal daily basis. I will say put it as from 1 to 10, 10 being the best and 1 being like never used or like literally used once or blue moon only. I have not received any reply yet. Okay, that seems to be there's some problem in the chat box or something. I'm not sure, but yes, looking forward for the same. I'll get back on that later and see how much percentages or how much ranking you have mentioned over there. We will start our session. So our session I have divided into different parts. That is like I will be working with you in terms of modules. So there are 4 different modules which I'm looking forward to discuss with you all today. And feel free to add your comments or add your questions in the chat box. I will be coming back after completing the module, and then we can quickly discuss if there is any question over there, and then we can move forward from there. So starting with module first, that is about the foundation. The whole session is about like AI powered HR, how in HR AI is used, and especially with these days, AI is getting more and more advanced like into the systems. So that's where like everybody is trying to get a handhold on the same things. So firstly, we will quickly discuss about the foundations of AI in HR as such, and then we will talk about the talent life cycle, how we are proceeding with it, and then ethics and governance, and last part will be the future. Thank you so much, whosoever is replying. I'm looking at that now. Thank you. And starting with the module first, our learning objective in the same will be more of like we will be explaining the concept and we map the use cases. I love this part right now, the way it is coming, all the messages. I want more interaction. I'm more interactive person. So please do reply on the same. Thank you. All right, so we will be explaining the concept quickly, just going through the overview and then map the use cases as well as few industry example I will be discussing with you. I cannot share more details about Amazon itself, but I will be talking about in general. I worked in different companies, so I will be sharing more details in general about different companies without naming anybody. And then there is evaluate. We will evaluate the risk in terms of governance also, and then we will go ahead with the anticipating the shifts and designing the responsibility. And the last part will be connect to practice. And starting with the table of content, so let's go to the foundation of AI in HR firstly. So you must have known the journey of AI, and like AI started with like AI itself is artificial intelligence. So that is like it is a machine performing tasks that normally require human intelligence. It covers that particular whole field. From AI, we went to the next stage where it comes as a machine learning, where machines started learning few things. It becomes as like systems that learn patterns from data rather than just being explicitly programmed. It's not just like a program that, okay, this is input, this is output, but machines started learning few things out of it too. Then it comes to the deep learning level, where it comes new neural networks with many layers powering vision as well as speech and language too. And then the recent ones where majority of the organizations are at right now, that comes this generative level. So generative AI, that is like models that create new contents, text, images. So that is a large language models. So that is the machines learn itself full processing, and that's where from there they are going forward with the next levels. And then the last one over here is agentic AI. So that is autonomous systems that plan and execute multi-step tasks with minimal input. So right now with the different systems, even which we are working on, is like the system will itself provide all the details. So for example, if we will talk about HR, and in the HR, if we will talk about retention strategy, I want to retain my employees, what is happening with my employees. So this agentic AI will help me solve out that what is the current trends going on, what is the future trends which AI is predicting because of the past, also because of other factors in the system. And after that, what steps should be taken by the company too. So now they are providing each and every details. That's where this agentic AI is like the topmost thing which is coming up these days. Moving on to the next one. So if we will talk about the quick history of the same, in the quick history, that is like in the early 17s, we were more about payroll and mainframes. Like we were working on automated systems, but that automating was like for the pay and record keeping on mainframe systems. In the 90s, if we will talk about HRIS came into existence, that okay, there is something human resource information system which we should have like combined together, a centralized system where everybody will come together or have same records of every single person in the team. And in the 2000s, that's where it comes as a talent suites. So it is ERP and integrated talent management modules came up, and that's where the companies started focusing on talent as compared to individuals. And then it comes to 2010s, that is like that's where cloud HCM came up more often. So that was like Workday success factors, rise of people analytics. So I will say the advanced version of the talent suites. But when we talk about like more of AI participation, that comes over here. That is where it is like generative and agentic AI came up. And that is the co-pilots and autonomous HR agents also. This is like the top version right now, which we are having. But on the other side, it is moving to the next level to the agentic 2, where it will be like autonomous, fully autonomous. Every single thing will be available on your plate. You need not to worry. But yes, human intervention is always required. We cannot just ignore the human out of it. Okay, next part is why in AI in HR, like, and why now? We are like, now everything is changing in the world, and that's where AI is taking care or covering many things right now. So when we talk about AI, we always get told AI that is going to take away my job. It is not like that way. AI is there to support us, to help us, to find out like what is the crucial things where we need to focus our time, and accordingly, what things can be automated. If there is attendance going on every day, I need not to open my register and get the attendance of every single person manually. That's where the things came up that, oh, there is a time clocks. You can come, punch in, go ahead. So in most of the companies, there is a time clocks where like people can come, punch in. Now, with the time, they are changing it to like people need not to come and punch in also. They can just punch in from their phone. And that's where they need not to do any manual thing. They came in automatically. Sometimes the system says that, oh, the person is already on site, so there is no need for that. But coming back on this, why AI in HR and why now? So 90% of large enterprises now use or pilot AI, or at least one component of the AI for sure, because that becomes a need of the company. And that's where the top three HR ranks among the fastest growing functional adopters of generative AI. So HR is one of the top three functions where AI is taking more steps into, I'll say this way. And the rising, so global HR technology, sorry, one second. So global HR technology investment continues to climb year over year. So that's where like it is rising day over day, I will say, and year over year for sure. And there is a whole data abundance. We have too much data when we talk about HR. That is, we have their HRIS, their attendance management systems, their learning management systems, and then surveys. We have too much information if we talk about any human resources area. So talent shortages and skill gaps make efficient, targeted hiring and developmental critical. So these days, that is one of the biggest challenge which came up. That's where AI came into existence too. People like if you will see for one particular position, there are 1,000 applications. Now, out of 1,000 application, I cannot assess every single application as a HR person. So that's where AI came into that. Okay, AI, can you assess the applications on my behalf or like HR's behalf? And then I can see how many people are having the minimum qualities which I require for this specific job. So that's where it came up. Cost and productivity pressure pushes HR to automate administrative load. For sure, that is one of the major thing. Every company, they're trying to reduce their cost. So that's why it came up like if we have to reduce the cost, how we can reduce it. Wherever the things can be automated, that is the first area which it will hit that, okay, we can reduce the cost because this is automated. We can give it to the AI to go ahead and proceed with it. And the next one is about the employee expectation for consumer grade, always on digital experiences. Now with I will say the new population, it is they all want that everything on their phone. I want my whole pay. My phone should quickly show me how much I'm getting paid this week. So that whole things come as employee expectation, and that's where AI is playing a major role in HR. Last one, Gen AI maturity, that's what I was told. So accessible, powerful models lower the barriers to adoption. Everybody knows how to use the phone, how to use the AI. So that's why it is going through the particular, the need of the AI in HR. Then is scale of adoption. So different companies are adopting AI for sure at a different levels, and whosoever is adopting it, they are doing massive, I will say, expansion in terms of because they are helping. The AI is helping to reduce their cost, which is helping to increase their profit. So they are like trying to adopt it as quickly as possible. So I will say 76% of the HR leaders believe that they must adopt AI in 12 to 24 months to stay competitive. So going back to you all, how much of you think or believe that we must adopt AI within 24 to 12 to 24 months to stay competitive? Please say yes or no. If you think we should adopt it, say yes. If you think we should not, go for no. All right, so a few yeses are coming. So we all are aligned. So majority, oh my God, there is no at all. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. So yes, that's true. Like if we want to survive in this world, we have to go ahead, and that's where like majority of the companies are trying to go ahead because whenever you try to sell the product, the customer will buy that product which is like less costly with higher value. And if you want to have that particular product, you have to reduce your cost. You have to automate your systems where you need not to have a more of active intervention of people where it is like a regular thing and which need not any specific intervention. Surely there will be certain things coming up. Like when I started AI, for one day, I'm like, oh, is going to take my position, my job. Like I will not I'll be of no value after this. Once it started, once I gave my to-do list to AI, it will not be helpful to me as a person. Then I realized when I started on the next time, I realized, okay, I can quickly give a command. AI can show me my to-do list, like, okay, whatever is 911 crucial today, I have to work on that particular specific part. AI provided me the list. AI even showed me that, okay, this way you can reply. Like there is all these 7 stages shown by AI just to quickly close that, all the important or crucial items. And I was like, okay, that's helpful. It's not like just taking my position. Sure, that's helping me too. But that's where it comes as like we all have to learn and grow. We have to learn every single day something new. And sure, it's everything is new. So whatever I will say, the AI different chatbots I am aware of, you're not aware of maybe. Whatever you are aware of, for sure, I'm not aware of the same too, because I'm just working here and that I have just few information. And especially if I talk about my current companies, that is where like I'll discuss over here in terms of Amazon. They have developed their own AIs for every single thing, and that is not available to external public. And that's where like all these are really crucial and great too, and really helpful too. So coming back to this one, when we talk about adoption, adoption has moved from experimentation to mainstream in few years. It was not like the same way, but with the time, it is going back to this particular trend because the companies which they are getting, if we will see, companies are spending billions of dollars on this HR technology because they know that this is the field where they can get massive income generation back rewarded to them. So most HR function have at least one AI-enabled process live or in pilot for sure. And recruiting and HR service delivery, they lead adoption. So this is the areas where most of the companies firstly adopted or already adopted. This is more in 90s, but for sure these days it is for sure 100% I will say going to that route in terms of usage of AI in recruitment as well as HR service delivery. And then investment in shifting from point tools to platform-wide AI capabilities. All the companies are forcing that. Note, just for your information, for all the particular numbers which I'm using, these are from different surveys. I have at the end, I will be able to share this slides, no problem. So I have at the end, there is one last slide where all the resources are mentioned or sources of these informations are mentioned. So you can go and check that too. But yes, that is the survey conducted over here in a specific area may not be the 100% depiction of the survey conducted in any other country. So that can be different. But yes, this is like if we will talk about more of general industry scenario, this is what the trends are going on. Okay. And the foundation of AI in HR leading to the AI HR technology stack. So data layer, model layer, application layer, experience layer, and the governance. So these all things, if we will talk about HR from step one to the last, all these things are combined together and help us to go ahead with AI. But that's where we need to focus that AI, the HR technology, we have to look into that how we can go ahead and do the things. For example, the data layer where we collect the data from the people. Most of the time we are using HRIS, we are using attendance systems, we are using learning management systems, surveys. That's where we get the data layer. Model layer is more about like making the models around it. So if there is any model related to the learning scale going on, if there is any APIs going on that is related to the data, so all this will come, different models are there which will be affecting. Application layer is the basic where it is applied for sure, and applied in terms of when we talk about recruitment or recruiting, that's where it is more applied that people can go ahead and make the job descriptions, and out of the job description they can automate that, okay, I need these minimum 5 qualities of the person whosoever is applying for this job, and AI is trained that way that okay, if these 5 qualities are not there, automatically send the rejection email, otherwise move forward to the next level. So that is there. Then is experience layer. So there are chatbots, there are co-pilots, self-service interfaces are there for different employees. So that is where employee can experience about the AI's usage. And the last part is about governance, but that's where like security, privacy, bias control, and oversight wrapping every layer that combined together, which is needed as a technology stack. All right, so there is a checkpoint. So I will not be just speaking myself. I will be testing your knowledge that what you learned, what you heard, and you were present here or not. So there's a quick checkpoint for you. This is about the first module. Before going ahead with the checkpoints, oh, not the, sorry. Before going ahead with the checkpoints, can I have quickly questions? If there is any question from you, do not ask the same question which is on the quiz right now, okay? Is there any question? Let me know if there is any question. I have seen, ma'am, with AI becoming more autonomous, how do you think the daily role of HR professional will actually change compared to when we move to cloud HCM systems? I will say again, it depends upon how we are and where we are working. So if I'll talk about myself right now, yes, that is massive change right now. It is altogether a different world. If I'm talking about I worked in a previous company, that was totally different world. So I will say it depends upon the company's automation too. But on the other side, if we will talk about general, surely our role will change. And as a HR professional, our role will be massively changed. And that's where we all have to learn and grow together. We all have to focus on more of how AI can support us. Cloud HCM systems, sure, there are HCM systems which are already trained, and that is like input is there, output is there. But that's where when we talk about like the AI, which is the advanced version of cloud HCM, I will say, and even with the same whatever level we are in, that will affect our role. That is going to affect us being as individuals, being as employees, being as leaders of the companies. And when we talk about HR is the link between operations, leadership team, as well as the employees. And that's where we are like, okay, if earlier, I used to have, if any associate is, sorry, any employee is having any problem, they come to HR resolve it. That's my work earlier. But then with the AI, if they have any problem, they have to open a ticket. They will get automatically reply if the system knows, otherwise they will come to me. So how that affected my work? Okay, I need not to go ahead and talk to 20 people right now, only the 5 people which is not solved by the AI, then I will be able to jump into that particular part. So that is one of the things for sure. I hope that helps to answer. Uh, Next one, quickly going, ma'am, as someone aiming for a talent acquisition role, what AI skills should I prioritize to stay relevant over the next 2, 3 years? I will be sharing few of the AI, the second presentation, which I told you earlier. So I will be sharing few of the links which AIs are having. And on the same links, you will be able to see the different levels of talent acquisition itself. So if you want to go ahead with the talent acquisition only, and then you want to go ahead like the what should you prioritize, I will say look into that particular links for sure, and that will be helpful to you in terms of understanding. But on the other side, I will say these days, talent acquisition persons are more about looking into that the how these skills can be quickly matched to the existing employees in the company, as well as if we need to hire from externals, how that will be match up. So for the same, you will need more AI skills for sure, because that is the first field which is really crucial. I will say from a recruitment perspective, because we will talk about recruitment too. So that is the field which is more hit by AI. So you have to be more on AI stance for sure. Next is AI checks all the applications as prompt, but traditional ML can't check automatically. Sure, I agree on the same, and that's true, and that's where like that's why everybody is trying to more automate that particular part and going over there. Uh, then is, ma'am, for freshers entering HR, what specific AI skills or tools we should focus on learning first to stay relevant? Oh wow, that's a good one. Again, I will be sharing that the second slides, and on the same there are a few AI links mentioned. Go for that, and we all need to learn that. Even I will not say I'm expert or anything in that. I'm good in my HR's AI. I will say the Amazon's AI, but I'm not at all good with external AIs available. So that's where we all have to learn and grow. There is no specific end where we will say that, oh, I achieved this and I'm done. No, there is like no ending for this now. Okay. So as there are many questions and with the time in mind, uh, I'm not sure I will be able to answer all that quickly or not, but maybe a few of the questions will end. We'll go ahead and have answers to the next part, and that's where if we can discuss that after the particular, I will say the whole session, I'll say 10 minutes. Is that okay?
We can have a question answer session at the end, ma'am. So we can
Sounds
handle
good.
all the queries.
Yeah, sounds good. That would be great. Thank you so much. All right. So, quiz for you. So, what distinguishes generative AI from traditional machine learning? So, if you know the answer, quickly put the answer in the particular chat box. It will be one word answer. It will not be too much for sure. So do not worry about it. I'm not testing your knowledge. You're not going to score on the same. So whatever you heard, I'm just like how much you are here. Yes, so sure. Second answer is 2000. Okay. So second question is which era of HR technology introduced cloud-based HCM? That's 2010. Name one driver behind the current wave of AI adoption. We have discussed different drivers in terms of there is a data, there is talent, there is cost, all these things. And the last one, oh my God, thank you, Shubham. So the last one is true or false. That is, agentic AI can execute multi-step task autonomously. Yes, true. So to the answers to all. So first one was about what distinguishes generative AI from traditional machine learning. So it creates new content. It's like totally different world. There is like you can have images, you can have videos. So that is different. So thank you all the truths. And the second one was about which era, that is 2010. And the third one was about name one driver behind the current wave, that is the data, talent, cost, expectations. So all these are driving that we need to focus on the AI. And the last one is everybody knows that's true. Thank you so much. All right, so the next module is about AI across the talent life cycle. So the talent life cycle, if we will talk about that, we have these different levels or these different frameworks. Again, it depends upon company to company. It depends upon, I will say, area to area. So it can be different, but the general ones are first one is attract. So that's where the whole talent question will come up. So first one is about the attract, then is about hiring, then is onboarding, develop, retain, and the last one is about the exit. So most of the companies focus the talent on these first two parts, that is attract and hire. But with the changes in the world these days, every company, because they want to reduce their cost as well as having the good employees with them, they all focus on these steps too. So they try to onboard, develop, retain, and then even if the person is leaving the company, they will even confirm that what is the reason. They will have the exit interviews for the same and also ensure that the person leaving the company will have a good experience with the company so that in future they can come back to the company if needed. AI in sourcing and attraction. So the first one is like job aid optimization. That's where AI is used. AI drafts and refines inclusive, high reach job description. So it can quickly give you look into the different. If I'll say I need a job description for HR business partner, and AI will look into different particular HR job descriptions, HRBP job descriptions, and then make one as per my need. I can change it. I can give another command. It can change again. Candidate matching, that is the one of the major thing where AI is these days using most of the companies for sure. So that's where the match that whosoever is like needed for their job role is the person matching or not. Then is talent pool mining. So even if I need one person right now for this current job role, but there are five candidates which are really good so that I can have for future, I can connect with that candidates in future, but I need whole details of them. So that will come as a talent pool mining. And the next one is personalized outreach. So tailors employer brand messaging at scale to each audience. So every person will get email, even if they are even if they will be moved forward to the next level, even if they're not. So they will get that tailor-made email. It will look like, okay, that's directed towards me only, but that's most of the time AI generated. Not disheartening you, but yes, that is the thing. So AI in screening and selection. So AI shifts screening from pedigree towards demonstrated skills with fairness caveat for sure. And in terms of time, now it is like reduced time to shortlist and can drop dramatically with the automated systems. Even the skills, so first focus skills from credentials to capability. Uh, then is the bias. Automated scoring must be audited for fairness and validity. So when we talk about the AI shift screening, resume parsing and ranking based on skills rather than school or employer. So earlier it was like, okay, which school you learned, which employer, but right now with the AI, this is more focused that they are more, I will say the focus area is more about the resume on the basis of their skills, not their like how much score they have, how much, which employer or which school they worked for. So game-based and video assessments measure aptitude and behavior. This you all know these days. They will ask you to either play a game or do a video interview, and then you like why they're asking for a video interview, and that's like automated video interview. But still, that is a process in which AI can assess the minimum requirements are met or not. Structured interview scoring improves consistency and reduces the noises for sure. And there is like faster shortlists. Now, the recruiter need not to like assess each and every resume and their CVs. They can quickly just give a command, okay, give me 5 candidates who is having the topmost skill. AI will show you. And then the module three, it will show you little biases for sure, and transparency of automated scoring is needed. But on the other side, this is for sure helpful to every company wherever we are. AI-powered hiring. So if we will focus on the hiring part over there, again, it is like more of talent acquisition, I will say, attract and source, and then we can go ahead with the screening, assessing the candidates as well as interview and decide and offer. So this is where whole AI is already embedded, and that's where attract and source. How? AI writes the inclusive job ads and finds passive candidates. Screening, AI do the screening for you. Assess, they will assess. It is already like there are either you can opt for different games, different questions, different interviews. So AI will automatically assess it and will let you know that, okay, these are the candidates which are good for your job. These are like 70%, 30%, all these details. And then the interviews, AI scheduling interviews, Copilot, and consistent scoring. And last one is decide and offer. Sure, that's a human decision. That's not where AI will decide. AI will not tell you, AI will suggest you that out of these 5 candidates, this is the best candidate. But again, that's a machine. So we cannot fully rely on AI for that perspective. It will come as like human decision that who will be given the offer. After that, AI will draft the offer letter for you. It will give the bias check throughout. So live example, that is the Unilever's AI hiring. So this is taken from the Unilever's website. So you can check their website too about it. They are also using AI in early career hiring. So they have a specific program which is early career hiring, and the whole program assessment is through AI. And there are different steps mentioned over there that how they will be going ahead. So that is really, really helpful if you ever want to see how AI is helping the different companies. Candidates, they complete their biometrics neuroscience-based tests, and from that test, AI automatically measure their traits. And then there is a higher view. The higher view is a different like AI software or system, I will say. Again, I'm not so good in like computer languages, but yes, I'll say higher view is a different system in which they assess the videos for the associate or for the employees or candidates. Then reported large reductions in recruiter screening time and wider reaches there. And then Unilever later scaled back facial analysis over fairness and transparency concerns. So when there are different companies again, not just Unilever, different companies when they were using the AI, there are different times they get that, okay, this is not ethical. This is not this is a proper discrimination over here. So once the discrimination comes up, the companies have to change or look into details of the systems. So that's where, when it comes for fairness, that if that's a fair or not, if there is any problem in the system, looking for any facial analysis with the like maybe with the color, age, or something specific, then that's not acceptable by the company. And the lessons learned from the same capture the efficiency and diversity gains, but govern the method. So, still, human intervention is required. AI is there to support you, not to replace you. Okay. AI in onboarding. So even in onboarding, there is like personalized journeys are there. So once you will start as a employee to any company, the very first part they will have your onboarding process, and that onboarding process will be like, okay, day one, day two, week one, week two, everything is already designed, and you will be able to go through the system. So that is personalized journey is there that you can go through step by step over there. Then is 24 by 7 chatbot support is always available. So that is even like as a new employee, if I have any question, I can just type over there. The system will automatically show me the replies. I do not know a specific policy. Okay, ask your chatbot. So they will show me. Then is document automation. Again, there are a few documents I already submitted, few not submitted yet. Being as a new employee, I don't know where to submit, what to do. Okay, AI is there to help me. They will support me in the same. And early risk signals. And from company's perspective, I will say it predicts the early iteration risk also. It can quickly assess that if there is any specific employees who is like going on during the onboarding, they are not attending their trainings properly. They are like not having proper attendance for general day-to-day working too. So AI will assess that and will, I will say, trigger a warning to the manager that there is something going over there. So that is the early signals, which is shown for some of the risks too. And then is another live example is about the AI from the IBM. So IBM is also, they are using the AI to make skill the currency of their talent strategy. And if you will see, there is a big particular video over there. I come to know we will not be able to hear the volume. So I will share this particular slides with you. I'm not sure, Amit sir, if you can share that or not. But yes, you can go on this particular video and you can check that they are talking about the IBM's process. So Amit, sure, can we share these slides with them?
Yeah, we'll share, ma'am.
Okay.
We can share from our end. So
Okay,
I would
sounds.
request all the participants. I'll be sharing an attendance link. Do fill that, and post this session, we'll be sharing the documents that ma'am will be sharing with us.
And those who are present till the end of the session, not leaving in between.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
definitely.
kidding. Okay, thank you so much, Amit sir. So you will see a YouTube video is there, so that is like available to every person. So there is no restriction on the same. So that video is talking about also AI's like how we are using AI in different aspects. So the IBM for sure, they had $100 million in reported HR productivity and retention savings when they started using AI. And the Ask HR automation handles a large share of routine HR queries. So they have a Ask HR system in which, like, again, the same way, you can ask the general questions. How much pay I'm going to get this week? What is this policy about? Um, what is the exact time when this specific employee came in, and what is the exact time when they left out of the building? So all these things can come under the Ask HR. Manager's version will be different, employee's version will be different, but still you can ask from that system. And that is what IBM is already doing. And that is what I will say majority of the major companies or like MNCs, if we will say, all are doing here for sure. And then the mobility skills interference powers internal talent marketplace. So we can quickly check about the mobility on the same too, but that's where the companies look into that way too, that if there is any specific person we can move around, and that is like they are really good in talent, or like we want to retain that talent. So they will say that, okay, this person, let's move to that specific area, and then they can do that particular way. So ask HR agents, that is the one of the major things which is going on these days, which is helping to free the HR time for general, like from general work to the strategic work. We can focus on that. Okay. All right. So AI and performance management now. So performance management, surely, like we know that my manager doesn't love me or hates me, so they can give whatever feedback on my system. So that was happening earlier, surely. And that's where this whole HR system came up that, okay, how can we reduce the human intervention? Surely. Okay, question to you all. How many of you would like to have a AI manager or a employee, like a person manager? Let me see in the answers. Do you want a AI manager or do you want a person manager? Person manager. Okay, that's good. Person manager, AI manager. All right, again. Sure. That's again a mixture of everybody. Thank you so much, all. Yeah. So I can see it's a 50-50% right now. I will say if your manager is really good and kind to you right now, you will be like, oh, I want my this manager for sure. And I will say think about positive and negative in both scenarios, surely. So yes, human intervention is always required. We cannot replace the human. We cannot do that, particularly even HR. If we are talking about, we cannot replace that. Yes, person manager is really, really crucial. How we can reduce that particular biasness from the performance management systems or like assessments, that's where AI come as support to the person manager. So AI provides a continuous feedback. It helps to give like, it's not just like once in a while or after a year give a feedback. It's like regularly giving you a feedback that okay, being as a person or being as a manager, this is your employee who is not doing these things good. AI will regularly nudging you that, oh, this is a time for your one-on-one, like one-on-one meeting with the person. This is a time for your check with the employee, check-in, add check-in. So all these things that is like continuous feedback is needed. So even if we will take this way, after a year, I will not remember what my employee did. I will remember only that what recently they did to me or like how work they did. But I will say in January, I'm not sure if Mr. A did that particular project or not. So that's I cannot remember what I ate last week. So be a 1 year. No, I cannot. So that's why this AI is helpful to us in terms of learning and learning in terms of like having everything in front of us that during the month one, this was the performance, during two, this, and continuously you will have that. Then is the goal alignment, cascade and track goals from strategy to individual. So it is not just the company's strategy as a whole. You have to go ahead with the individualistic goals too. And it helps us to track that and align everybody's goal towards that one major goal. Bias checked reviews. So AI flags biased or vague language before it lands. So I'll tell you one thing. So one of these systems, again, I'll not name the company. So one of these systems in the companies I worked with, they have that bias check reviews. If we are doing not just performance management, if we are doing the investigations, and in the investigation, I will say that okay, Mr. A said this, Mr. B said this, and ultimately my particular result of the investigation is this happened. AI will show me where my biasness comes. AI will show me where the red flags are. It will show me that, okay, this is the thing where like you should pay attention to. Then I was like, oh my God, okay, yes, I didn't pay attention to this specific part. So this way, AI is like so fascinating. But yes, it is always scary as well as fascinating, both hand in hand too. So it flags the biases too, and insight and coaching. It also provide the insight as well as go ahead with the coaching if we talk about the performance management, and then manager enablement. So draft calibration notes and prep for tough conversations too. So AI these days also give you that meeting notes that okay, what you're supposed to discuss with your employee from the last 3 months from the system. AI will automatically pick that particular details about the performance of the employee and give you a notes of the same that okay, be thanks, like say thanks for this particular specific thing, limelight this specific area where the person needs improvement. So all these things, it comes over there. Guardrails avoid surveillance and over quantifying human work. So yes, that is also helpful. That's why we are focusing these days AI in all these systems. Going to the next one, the same in the talent cycle, the retention and engagement. So how AI is supporting over there, attrition prediction. It quickly helps to predict that how many people are planning to leave, how many will be leaving, what is the risk over there. So attrition prediction is there. Sentiment analysis. So different companies, They do have surveys, they do have on a regular basis, they ask their employees that how they are doing, what they are feeling. And accordingly, there is like, okay, how much your manager is concerned about your safety. So such type of things, the companies do have surveys on a regular basis. And then it analyzes, the AI automatically analyze the sentiment, that where the sentiments are going. Out of like suppose 20% in a specific team, 15% said that my manager is not concerned about my well-being. So that's a red flag. Okay, system will show you that, oh, there is a problem over there. So that's where, if I'll talk about general scenario where we are not using AI, all right, I am very good with that specific manager. That manager is very nice to me. So I do not know if there is any problem going on in their team. But with this AI, it showed me, oh, there's a big red flag over there. I have to pay attention. Being as a team manager, I have to see where that team is going. So that can be like sentiment analysis is one of the major thing where AI supports us in the same. Then is the personalized rewards. So tailor recognition and total rewards nudges to individual. It also helps to create packages for different type of employees that whatever preference they have, and accordingly we can go ahead with that specific package. And internal mobility. So it recommends internal moves that retain and grow talents. Again, that is the whole retention and engagement. It helps us to find out what trends are going and where we can move people from one level to another level. Okay. AI and employee engagement. Oh, sorry. AI and employee engagement. So listening at scale is going on. That's like if you have 1,000 people, you cannot talk to them individually, but AI will help you to do a deeper dive into it, that what is happening with the teams. And then sentiment and themes. So it will show you what sentiments your team is having and accordingly what issues can be there. And personalized recognition, which we discussed, it can have a separate personalized reward system too. On the other side, I'm not sure if you heard about the shout outs. Generally, in the companies over here, generally they do shout outs to the people who's ever did good. And if specific amount of shout outs are given to a specific person or a manager, they are considered as like, okay, reward worthy. And then there's a next level reward given to them. So that is like if employee feels that, okay, this manager went above and beyond for something, I want to give shout out to the person. So in the system, they can give the shout out that, oh, shout out to this Mr. So and so. And that's where they help me a lot. Then is about the proactive retention. Again, if you will come to know your whole attrition, that where the whole trend is going, you can proactively try to retain them. And manager nudges poke you as a manager that, okay, time to check in, time to go ahead and connect with your team. And last one is about the trust and anonymity. So protect confidentiality so employees speak freely. So some of the system, they need not to come forward and show. They can just put their comment or their like compliment to the specific person as anonymous. They need not to show that. So that is where like people feel more, I will say, helpful to go ahead and speak in favor or against of any particular specific person. AI in service delivery, HR service delivery, that is the major thing. And that's where we discussed, if you remember during the very initial discussion, that the two areas where more AI is covering, that is recruitment as well as the service delivery. So the second part is about service delivery. So chatbots and co-pilots are already available. You need not to being as a HR person, you need not to stand in front of people and then give them that, okay, this is what is the reply to say your specific question. There is a chatbot available. They can quickly go on that chatbot and ask their question. If there is human intervention required, then I will jump as a HR person. Otherwise, sure, my chatbot will take care of that. Then is case deflection. So resolve a tier one tickets without human intervention. So that's where like the general questions, if that will be coming up from the employees, then it will not be like my HR team need to look into it. It will be like my AI will look into it. It will resolve automatically. So the tier one level of tickets, it will be automatically resolved. Knowledge serve. So that's if I am a new employee to the company, I want to know about a specific policies. I need not to go and ask any specific HR person to give me a printouts for the same. I have a knowledge search and I will give on the chatbot that, okay, I need a policy description which is applicable to Canadian, this specific site, and then it will show you that specific policy. And then the last one is about the advisor assist. So that is one of the best thing I love. So draft responses. So HRBP focus on strategic work. So majority of the times AI will show you that what response can be there. It will draft a response for you. If you're okay with it, you will accept it. Otherwise, you can just nudge a little bit and then it will be accepted. So that is the one of the best thing which is there in HR service delivery. And surely it helped to reduce the time of use which was used on a regular same type of task. And now it moved to like more of strategy focused tasks. Okay. And in the same last part was people analytics and workforce planning. So descriptive AI is helpful in diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, and strategic planning. So it describes the problem wherever what is happening, describes it, how much headcount, attrition, whatever is there. Diagnostic, if there is anything which need to be explained. Predictive, future prediction is there. Prescriptive, it recommends the action, that what action should be taken if there is anything happening. And these days, the strategic planning, where skill supply and demand and workforce scenarios are already pre-inputted into the system, and then they can take decision around it. Okay. All right, so I planned for this exercise, but again, I'm not sure if we will be able to do that. But let's quickly try to do it a quick way. So pick a stage from talent life cycle stage. I will pick one for you, exit. Okay, the last one, which was about the exiting. So design the intervention. You need not to design any intervention and value create. You just let me know what data do you think is required if we will talk about exit level, and what are the risks if we will use AI, if we will not use AI. So let's go back on chat quickly. And if you can look into that way. Yeah, I have a question which I can see at the end that, ma'am, I have a doubt. How can organization balance AI-driven employee insights with maintaining employee trust, privacy, and confidentiality? I will say this way that these days it's not like this way this whole things will change. It will be like step by step we have to change it. So that's where the different organizations try it different way. I will tell you this again, not naming the company. So the company started with like initially that okay, for particular your daily questions, we have this AI system in which you can just go and ask your question, and then you will get your reply quickly. So we tried to implement that initially. So that was a stage one in which like we tried to let them know what is the advantage of having a ready-made answer in front of you. And then, so that is the building trust. It's like, again, if I will say that, oh, I'm taking away your manager's time, I'm not going to give your manager the time to discuss these questions with you, that is a problem where like it will breach the trust. So once we told them that, oh, there is a system available, you can see, you can look into your own points, your attendance, your time off balances, everything is available at your like fingertip. Then they were excited, and then we supported, company supported that, okay, how you can do that, what is the problem you are facing, what we can do for the same. After a specific level, then it went to the next level, and then it went to the next level. That's where it came up that we should be taking care that now take that particular back at the manager's time. Now we are telling that now you know how to do it. Now you will be doing it yourself. So that way we will say that it is a time which will take, but we have to build the trust to bring it. It is not that, oh, Amazon is doing, we are implementing it right now, they're very good in it. No, Amazon took 20 years to make that whole base. So that's why we have to see that particular part, how we are creating that trust. Yeah. It seemed like AI manager is best. All right. Sure. Okay, I'll come back to the answers again. So coming on this exercise, so sure, for particular, I'll answer that particular from my side. For exit, yes, we need the particular why people are leaving. Is there a specific manager affecting it? Is there a specific area where the persons are coming from? That's why they are leaving, because there is no particular I will say buses available or transportation method available. So the AI will quickly show me if there are 10 persons left from my company last month. That's where I need the data that why they are leaving, what is the reason. So from my understanding, it will be just two, three things I need to know. But with the AI, it helped me to find out various other trends too, that, okay, what other things are there? So I will say that the two risk is like, that's from human perspective. I have just a specific thinking where I can think about. I cannot go beyond the horizons. Or yes, you all can go, or one or the other can go, but depending upon person to person, my thinking is different way, another person's is different way. But AI is taking a thinking perspective of all people together. So that's where it is like the two risk, which I was thinking that it can be like one of the data is not proper. My system is not showing proper data. Second can be that the trends which system is showing that is not a correct trend. I'm not focusing on the right trends. So human intervention. So such type of things can happen, but that's again where that AI is helpful and find out that what can be done. Now is your quiz time. So this is the checkpoint two. So for the same, which life cycle stage does iteration prediction primarily support? Okay, team, let's quickly jump on the chat box again and show me the answers. Which life cycle do you think? I will make a look into that life cycles over here too. Okay, everybody is worried about the attendance link. My team, yes, sure, we will provide. Attract Vedishi, thank you so much for that. So there were different life cycles. There was attract, hire, onboard, develop, retain, and exit. So with this, she said attract, retention. Okay. Anybody else? So I will say for attrition prediction primarily, that is like the retention and engagement surely. So that is the one which is looking into the attrition prediction. So name an AI application used in onboarding. Any AI application which you think is used in onboarding. There is no right or wrong answer. Anything you can talk about. Chat GPT, that's good. Yes, for sure. AI chatbot. Yep. So there are different chatbots. There are different companies having Copilot, Gemini, AI onboarding, cloud. These days, cloud is so into limelight. For sure, they have many different good things. Yeah. Attract, Gemini. Yes, thank you so much for that. Yeah, that's true. And what does skills interference means and where is it used? Oh, sorry, inference. Skill inference mean and where is it used? So skill inference is all about deriving skills from the data. That, oh, this type of people are here, person skill and from available data. Yes, used in recruitment, talent management. Thank you. Yes, for sure. That is the correct answer. And give one HR service delivery use case for conversational AI. So any service delivery, we discussed few service delivery items. So where conversational AI is used. LMS, yeah. HR chatbot, yes. Employee queries, yes. CRM, sure. Yep, that's true. Thank you so much. So yes, there are a few areas where again it can be used and there are different options available for the same. You will get the answers on the second part on the slide, second next slide too. So all the answers which you provided, that's correct. Thank you so much for that. So moving on to the third part, and I am hoping we are on time. In fact, we are a little short because we have to go to the next slide, the next presentation too. Why ethics matter more in HR? So, HR AI decisions touch livelihoods. Whatever you will do, whatever decision as HR person you will take, that will affect somebody's livelihood. Like sometimes, yes, HR is the person which we have to do more of emotional labor. And that's where it comes as like whatever decision you are making, you have to ensure that you are doing it ethically and correctly so that it should not be like affecting somebody who is doing right and you are not paying attention to. So, hiring, pay, promotion, termination, it directly affects the people. So we have to be very careful for that. If the system will show me that, okay, this person is not properly working and show this person need to be terminated, I have to deep dive into it. I cannot fully rely on the system. I have to ensure if the system is showing there is a attendance problem, oh my God, I come to know there is a badge problem. That is not employee's problem. So that is where it can be totally mismatched. The system will show as per the like inputs, the systems. So we as a human beings, as a human persons or partners, we have to see what is actually happening into that. And we have to ensure that this is ethical. Decision often involve legally protected characteristics, and then errors create legal exposure, reputational damage, and lost trust for sure. And employees expect transparency about how decisions are made. Responsible AI is therefore not optional, it is core HR duty. So, for this particular part, I have an example which I want to do firstly. So, this is the example. So I tutor group, that company, they were like a company which was working on teaching. That is a tutor group, and that was a China-based company, but they were working in US. They started working in US too. But that's where US, when it comes over there, we generally go ahead and see that there should not be any discrimination on any type of basis. But this particular, what was happening, the recruiting software was programmed to automatically reject female applicants aged 55 plus and male applicants 60 plus. And the system automatically rejected 200 qualified candidates. They already screened out. Then this EEOC, that's Equal Employment Opportunity Commission from US, when they come to know that, then they have that, okay, this is a discrimination, which you cannot have it. And that's where they fined the company for $365,000 in 2023. How this came into the light, one of the person, that person was applying as such directly from their like proper right, their age, and then that was rejected. Then they tried that, they're like, oh, I want to try something different. They tried with their lesser age, like different age, and then they got accepted automatically. And then they come to know that, oh, this is something wrong is happening. So that's where the company was fined for that particular thing. So now the question comes, it's not like just a company's system problem. That is where the company need to be known, company need to see that there should not be discrimination. Sure, you accept the system, you are following that system, whatever is going through, but what due diligence did you do to ensure that that is not going ahead in a wrong way? So that's why the company was, I will say, fined for $365,000 in 2023. Okay. So coming back on the same, so that's why ethics matter more in HR, because we are affecting many things, and that's where we have to ensure that whatever things are going on, we are not discriminatory with anybody. We are looking into every details, and that is, we are not just 100% reliant on AI. We are taking it as our support. We are taking it as our like helpful person. That's it. And then algorithm bias in hiring. So algorithmic bias in hiring. So that can be happening. So that's where we discuss if you're garbage in, garbage out. That's where it can be a problem. We have to ensure. Biased training data teaches model to reproduce past inequities, and we have to ensure that there should not be any data which is like based on specific things where it is not 100% correct. So proxy variables, it can encode protected traits also. So we have to ensure that too. Feedback loops entrench bias as biased output become new training data. Opaque black box scoring make discrimination hard to detect. So that's where we as a HR professional come into, that we have to ensure that there should not be any discrimination. Even if it is not visible as opaque box, it is not visible from the outside, we have to see what is happening in that black box going on. And then mitigation requires diverse data, testing, transparency, and human oversight. So we have to work into that okay, everything is going correctly and fine, and then ensure that system is implemented. That's why majority of the teams or companies go ahead with the pivot testing, and they do not go ahead with the 100% implementation at very first stance. Okay. All right, so the next one is about data privacy and employee monitoring. So the data privacy and employee monitoring, and that's what one of the questions which was into the chat too about it. So consent and transparency is always there, that employees should know what data is collected, they should know why it is collected and where it will be used, and they should give you the consent of the same too. Surveillance creep, bossware, and productivity tracking erode trust fast. So it should not be coming up as like bossware. And again, that's where we are trying to balance the things. That sure, there is a boss, there is no boss, and that's where how we are balancing the things. We have to ensure it should not be considered as surveillance creep. Data minimization, collect only what is needed for a defined purpose. If you do not need that data for a specific purpose, do not ask that data, because that will be affecting you, that oh, you're discriminating on that specific purpose or basis. So you should not be asking for that. Try to minimize, because that's where how you will be storing that data. You have to ensure that storage too. And so try to minimize the data collection. Security and purpose limits. So protect data and use it for its stated purpose only. Do not use it for any other purpose. And responsible AI principles for HR. So this is one of the major thing where we need to focus upon, and we need to ensure that we all as the HR professionals are working on these things. There should be a fairness. Actively test for and mitigate discriminatory outcomes. There should not be any discrimination. There should be 100% fairness in the systems. There should be transparency also. Accountability should be there, that who is accountable. A human person should be there as accountable. It should not be just the system. Oh, system did it. No. Sorry, that's your company. You hired this particular person. That is why it is your responsibility. So accountability is a human, not AI for that. Then is human oversight. That's what we discussed, the same way accountability. Privacy and security, we have to ensure. That's why we are not asking too much extra. We need not to ask. So just ask those things which is needed. And reliability, validate accuracy and monitor models over time, and check your systems over time. Do not just blindfolded trusted them. Governance in practice, human in the loop. When we talk about that, so AI recommends only. It makes particular insights that, okay, this is what is happening, and then give you that suggestion. It solely gives suggestion. It is not final verdict. Humans decide. That's where you as a HR person will decide the things, that what is happening, audit and log about the things, vet the vendors, and then govern. It is not like blindfolded AI said done. No, you have to do that what is supposed to be done as a person. Okay. And the next part for this one is quiz. So what went wrong in the iTutor group hiring software? So going back on the chat, let's see what went wrong. All right, team, add the chat, add the reply. What do you think? What went wrong in the iTutor group hiring software case, which we discussed just like a few seconds ago? Any answer? Okay, so I will say that they were doing discrimination. They were having the system, which was, yes, there was a discrimination on the basis of age, as well as that is like not at all allowed in these Western countries. So you cannot discriminate, even if the person is old person, you cannot discriminate. So age criteria, yes, thank you so much. And name two responsible AI principles for HR. So we discussed so many responsible AI principles. So that's where we all have to ensure that we are taking care of all these responsibly. So fairness and transparency, we have to ensure that is there, and that ageist discrimination was the problem which was there in that company. Okay. So last module for this one is future of work and skills. So when we talk about future of work, do we think will AI take the jobs? So coming back to you, now I need answers from you. What do you think? Will AI take the jobs? As HR persons, what are our thoughts on it? Okay, no, no, partial. Sure, that sounds good. Not now. I like it. Not now. Sure. No, thank you so much for that. And replace them with the one who know AI. That's where we have to focus that we have to learn AI together, and it's not the third person coming up. We are learning it, so that's where we are gaining more skills on that. Okay, and so yes, will AI take the jobs? Again, it depends. It will refrain from jobs to task. Most roles will change. It will not vanish. So I agree with those who mentioned no, it will not take the jobs. It will just support, and the jobs will be totally different with this stance. So the AI automates some tasks, augments many others, and creates new ones. AI, a task level view shows most jobs are partially, not fully automatable. So yes, you can do partially. I will say if we will talk about HR as a whole function, it is not 100% automatable. It is like 90% or 80%. That's my views again only. But yes, it is not at all 100% automatable. Net employment effect is contested, disruption and creation happens together, and the real risk is inaction, failing to reskill the existing workforce. So that's where we all have to learn and grow. It is not some other third world person coming. We have to get that particular level that, okay, I will learn it, I will grow with it. Human judgment, empathy, and creativity remain hard to automate. You cannot make your AI learn how to be empathetic with the person you're going to terminate and who is having a family problem, and you as a person know that problem, that what is happening with their family. So that's where sometimes that human intervention is like crucial, and the AI cannot learn it, whatever advanced version we are thinking at this time right now, it cannot go to that. So yes, it cannot take our jobs, but we have to change with them for sure. Jobs displaced and created. So there is this particular Global Outlook survey you will be able to find on Google also. So that survey is talking about that surely there is some jobs percentages is going to get changed. 40% of the workers' core skills expected to change this decade. And the net plus new roles created can also offset many displaced or contested ones, and AI and data among the fastest growing job categories. So surely it will not go ahead and 100% change it, but it will change our whole process too. Okay. So if you will see this study, you will get many insights. They have divided the jobs into different categories, the jobs which will be totally gone. For example, if we talk about the collection of the data, there is no collection of data manually required. The system will automatically get the data and it will be gone through the HRIS system. So that's where it will come as that, okay, that job will be gone. But how it will be coming up? Still, I need some person who will ensure that data is collected and everything is done. So one HRIS manager or person who is managing that should be needed. So it can be a different type of roles over there. So if you will see over here, it's the fastest growing roles is skewed toward AI, data, green, and care work. But the fastest declining roles are routine, clerical, and administrative ones. So that's where we have to, like, if we are thinking about just the clerical and administrative tasks, we cannot survive. We have to focus over here and we have to change ourselves or update ourselves, I will say this way. The skills of the future. So there are different skills which we will have to acquire. Analytical skills, surely AI and data literacy, creativity, resilience and flexibility, which is always needed. There is no like stop for that for sure. Curiosity and lifelong learning, and leadership and influence. And then reskilling of these skills-based organizations. So skills as a currency we have to take. We have to ensure skill intelligence is there. And we have to ensure that there's a talent marketplace and continuous learning of the same going on. So skill as a currency will need to look into the hiring, deploying and pay based on skills, not the job titles. So what skill is needed, that's where we should focus on. So I'll give you examples. So over here, if you will see, there are like different skilled trades. I will say there are different trades on which you will be able to get more pay as compared to if you are working in an office in a proper like managerial role. That will be way less pay as compared to person having that trade skill. So that is skill is considered as currency for sure. Skill intelligence, AI builds a life map and what you have and what you need. So you should go ahead with that skill intelligence too. And talent marketplace, match people to gigs, projects, and roles internally. Try to match it internally firstly, then go to external only. And the last one is about continuous learning, which we discussed. How the HR role is changing? It is changing more from, I will say, the processing only to the more strategic part where we all have to learn, grow with the AI, that what changes are bringing and what is happening with it. So it is earlier it was admin and now it is more of going to the strategic. AI fluency is needed and we all need to learn and grow. And there are new roles coming up, especially in around the AI as well as the how we can balance HR and AI together. So there are new roles coming up for that too. And agentic AI in HR, which is like recent years, what is happening? So Frontier is shifting from co-pilots to autonomous HR agents, like fully everything is done. They're not co-piloting me, they're not supporting me only. They are going to do whatever is I will input. I need just the output out of it. That's it. So that is like very, very different companies are using it in a different way. And that is really helpful for some of the time that, oh, I need not to like spend 2 hours on a specific analysis of the report. I'll just add the report. I'll want the feedback out of the report. AI will show me, agentic AI will show me what is over there. And deep dive. So emerging technologies shaping the future work. Agentic AI is one of the major things. Generative AI, you have already like mentioned ChatGPT and all, even cloud. So all of us are already working on generative AIs, and which is really, really like helpful to all of us that we can quickly find out the next steps. VR and AR training, that is one of the best things which is going on these days. So the companies are not doing the actual on-the-job training. They are doing VR and AR training. And that's where I was looking into different things in terms of like, if we will talk about the firefighters, they have the VR AR training. The major, I will say the risky jobs, they have the AR trainings. And that is really helpful. You need not to go actual before showing that you are worthy of going actual. So digital twins and planning model the workforce to stimulate skills, supply, and demand. There are some variables available for all of us, which is helpful with AI, and verifiable credentials. So that is credential verification is also available. So sometime you can have in the systems, you can add your name details and that particular software will have you as a certified person that, okay, your credentials are verified with them and the companies can cross check with them. I will say, for example, even with LinkedIn, sometimes you can register yourself as a verified person. So it's for example only. So such type of things over here, companies are available where you can submit your documents and everything. And if you're applying for a specific job, that company can reach out to this company. You need not to provide every single time that, okay, this is my credentials. So that is really helpful these days. The human plus AI operating model. So that's where AI handles scale, AI handles like human handles the judgment. So that is the major thing. That's what we discussed about too, that AI is administrative, like whatever administrative things are happening, continuously the same things are happening. For sure, with the generative AI and augmented one, they are going to change, but currently it is more like they are going ahead with the repetitive ones. And human handles judgment. And we should not let that go for sure, because that need to be there. Empathy stays with the human And I mentioned just like HRBPs are advisors. So the HRBP means all us as HR partners. So we are the advisors for all these. We will use AI, but we will not let replace this human judgment on the same. Okay. Then is the last part of this one exercise. So design your AI HR roadmap. So you have to pick any organization, prioritize 3 use cases, define value metrics, and set guardrails for the same. So this is where you will use your like ethics as well as your governance, that what should be done, what should not be done, to ensure that whole the value matrices are followed. Okay. So the case roundups, what we discussed and who is doing what in the past 2, 3 things. So Unilever, we discussed, they are doing the game-based AI studies, or like, AI video screenings, which is helpful for them. And it is like going ahead, the outcome was like, it was really fast hiring. So that's why they have a major plans working on the same. IBM, the same way, they had $100 million plus productivity just because of the AI application. iTutor Group, they lost $365,000 just because they were not paying attention to their AI system. The vendors, they have the agentic HR copilot, so they are automatically like autonomously working. Workflow completion is there, so they are selling that at a big scale for sure. Okay. And key debates to watch. So there are certain things which you should be watching on a regular basis, like efficiency versus fairness. Who do you think will be more efficient? Who is more fair? Is it human? Is it AI? So there's no match for that, but still these are the key debates which is going on these days. Automation versus augmentation. So replacing people or amplifying them. What is happening? Innovation versus regulation, and personalization versus privacy. So these 4 topics you will see these days in HR world. These are the things which is going on, that what is happening, what exactly is the life going on. Practical takeaways for HR leaders over here. So start with a problem. Pilot small. Always I say that if you want to build a trust, do not just force it. Do not force the change. Pilot small. Keep humans accountable for the things and govern from day one. It is not that at the end of the project, then I will see. Invest in data quality always, and build AI literacy. So try to get your upskills, and we all are learning and we all are growing. And every single day you will come to know something new with AI. So that's where we all have to learn, ready to learn or keen to learn every single day. Okay. So we have covered different things, different levels. There are 4 modules which we discussed. So I'll quickly jump on to the next one, in which you will have certain examples of the AI chatbots. So I'll quickly do that. Give me 1 second. All right. So if you talk about general purpose AI assistants, so how many of you have heard and used all of these 4? Say yes if you used it, or mention if 3 out of 4, 2 out of 4, whatever number you have used. So I'm looking at the messages. So looking forward for your replies on the same. 2 of them. Good. Yes, 2. All. Wow. 4 of them. I love that part. Okay. 2 out of 4. 1. That's good. Copilot, sure. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Yes. So these are the 4 major ones, which is general perspective is there, but you can use these one for your general like HR purposes too. So I'm not sure how many of you have used it for actually HR purposes. So what I was doing, I was applying for different jobs for cloud. I used this one, and I just mentioned, okay, I'm applying this job. This is my resume, and make my resume as per this job description, and also add particular, there is always that letter attached letter is required over here. So that create that letter for me too. Cloud did it this way. I was like, oh my God, I must have waited and typed and changed it as per the job description and done it. I know there are different sites which can apply on your behalf if you are ever applying for any jobs. They can just quickly apply for 50 jobs altogether. But that's where, like, we need to ensure what we are looking, what we are doing, and sometimes, again, human intervention is always required. Do not just copy paste what is mentioned. For example, one of the job I was looking and I was applying myself, that particular job was like something different, not HR, and Cloud created whatever as per that required. And I was like, Cloud, I do not have this experience at all. So at that point of time, you have to see what is acceptable or what is right and not, and you have to do your due diligence in that. So this is general purpose ones. And if you will go to like specific purpose ones, so for talent acquisition and recruiting, even on this particular one, I have added the links to the same too. So if you want to see all of these like links, you can quickly check them too. So these are the different ones which is used for more of screening, scheduling, as well as AI sourcing for jobs. So you will be able to see higher view is like one of the major one which is got used over here for sure. I'm not sure about the other places, but yes, this is the one of the most one. But when we will see all these are like having different systems, different softwares under them, and you can see their demos too, and they're really great. Then is for talent management and development. So these are the three major ones which we are using. So Workday, Eliminate, Gloat, and Eightfold. Honestly saying, because I was not into that talent management more, I haven't worked on them earlier. But then I tried when I was making this presentation and I tried these ones and I was like, oh my God, they have so much information. Surely they are expensive right now, but that's where it comes as like the information where it will show you that is massive. Okay. For engagement and people analytics, so there is different this culture amp, Vizier, Viva, Glint. So these Viva is from the Microsoft itself. So these are the different ones which you can use for your engagement and your people analytics too. HR operations and service delivery. So ServiceNow HRSD is one of the major one which is used in most of the companies over here. And all these softwares, oh sorry, all these chat links, wherever you will go, they will have always a companies where which companies are using all of them. So you can see that too. And all these systems are used by major, like all the MNCs most of the time. And this is about the HR. So the discussion antique, with that being said, thank you so much for all your time. So I'm going back to the questions now. And if you have any question for me, please let me know so that we can quickly discuss about that.
Yeah, I would also request all the students, if you have questions, just use the raise hand option. So we will be unmuting you one by one, and you will be able to interact with ma'am.
That's great. Okay, team, looking forward to talk to you. Come on, if there is anybody.
So we'll be unmuting you, and you'll get a okay. Uh, Harmeet sir, could you just unmute Mehakpreet Kaur? You would be getting an option called promoted as a panelist. Kindly accept that, and after that, you'll get the unmute button.
Yes. Maybe you are still on mute.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mehakpreet, please ask your question.
I'm preparing for data analyst and I want to know that which skills are most important in AI for being a data analyst in future.
I'm
Mehakpreet,
sorry,
could you also share your camera so that there could be a one-to-one interaction with ma'am? Thank you so
okay.
much.
Thank you, Mehak. I'm so sorry, I couldn't get the whole thing what you said. Can you please repeat it for me?
That preparing for data analyst in future, but I want to know in AI which skills I do need for data analyst.
For data analyst?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Again, I will say it depends upon job to job and different company to company. For data analyst for Amazon is totally different as compared to data analyst for Flint. So that's where you have to aim for like where you're looking forward to go. In general, if you want to learn that, okay, I just want to have a general one and there is whatever company will give the option, I'll go for it. So that's where you need to focus on main important ones these days. I will save the links which I shared with you or going to share with you. Go for that links and look into the different options over there. So one of the link was really good. I think that was Gloat. So if you will go over there, even the data analyst role, they have different modules over there in terms of like what you should be doing or what you should be learning. And because these companies are providing services for that, so you can better understand that what sort of expectation is from a company as a data analyst person that we will be providing. So once you will get that, you have to acquire or learn that skills. But I will say in general, data analyst is the one which is really hit by all these AI, and you have to be perfect in AI for collection of data and presentation of data. And there are different software. If you want to start with the general ones, even if you will go on Microsoft ones, general ones, these one free of cost available, you can still try to learn on them too. So again, it is not like what sort of specific educational perspective required. If you will be able to see, I have these 5 softwares with me, which I know how to do it and how to assess it, the company will be excited to look into you. So that way, look into like what is that I will say the market is presenting to the companies and how you are going to fit in that market as a presenter, not as a company buyer, as a presenter. Okay. I hope that helps. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anybody else who would like to ask the question, just raise your hand. We'll promote you as a panelist, so you'll be able to ask the question. I can see Hemant has written a question. Hemant, would you like to interact? Okay. So we have Atish Roshan Yadav.
Sure.
Hello.
Hi, Atish.
Yes, ma'am. My question is, if we prompt AI to work something, but
Okay.
AI didn't get and it makes its own decision.
Yes. Okay. So what you should do, that is your question, right?
My question is, if AI don't follow our command but makes its own decision, then
Okay.
what will happen?
Honestly saying, I will say change that AI. Why I'm saying that? So it is like AI should be getting your commands. So you are the person who is handling the AI. If the AI is not getting whatever you are understanding, sometimes yes, you have to chat to the AI in terms of you're chatting to the person. So the same way that you're talking to me, I couldn't get your question. You have to let me know the question in a different way. You have to rearrange your words and then tell it that, okay, I want this specific things. And then you have to go ahead. But just take it that AI is a naive or it's a kid whom you are going to ask question, but once he is going to reply or it is going to reply, it is the perfect, it is the expert. So you have to make your question in such a easy language that's where it should understand. But if the AI is not understanding or there is a specific system or software which is not understanding what you want to get, I'll say change it. And you should not be just relying on one particular like AI system only. It's not like, okay, chat GPT, if it is not getting what I want to, go to cloud. If that is not getting, go to Gemini. You will get the answer, but that's where you will learn also that which one is the best, which one is truly understanding your queries. And I have been on all of these majority of the time. And even Amazon have their own separate AI too. And that's where on separate AI, sometime it is like I give the command, it comes as a different way. And I was like, AI, I'm not asking this thing. I need answer to this particular part. Do you have answer? So that's where sometimes you have to be so nice as like you're talking, like some people say that you have to talk very nicely to your mother-in-law. So sometimes you have to treat it that way, that you're talking to your mother-in-law, try to explain it in a nicer way that, okay, I'm looking forward for this specific question. Kindly let me know if you can provide the data, or try to act as a so for okay, adding on to that, in our system, we have to add it that I am a HR business partner. I want your perspective as a HR business partner. I do not want a general perspective. That's where AI understands that, okay, this person asking me is something different. It is not asking me general reply. It is asking me as a specific different person reply. So that's where, if AI is not replying you specifically, talk to AI in terms of what is your expectation after clarifying your level best. If not, change it. Go for another one.
Ma'am, I understand your point, but now these days, for common people too, AI is getting advanced.
Yeah.
Some days ago, I get an update
Yeah.
on Gemini that I can connect some apps and it can analyze messages like Gmail messages, common messages, WhatsApp messages too. And it can reply on my behalf too. If I say something, it can analyze it and reply it. If
Yes.
my message is not delivered,
Yeah.
AI is not getting my message and replying on my behalf, its own message, its own reply.
Oh, okay.
Then it can create a ruckus for me.
That's true. That's true. And that's why AI always asks for your permission before going ahead with the final. So if you're using Gemini, if you're using ChatGPT, most of the time they will ask that, oh, I drafted this reply. Are you okay with it? If you are not replying to that, AI should not be automated. If you have automated 100% that, oh, just reply without asking me, you should not do this way. That's where the whole human intervention come. That if you're asking AI should come back to you and ask for the confirmation always. That, okay, I opened this particular one. Are you okay with it, or do you want me to redraft? So whatever systems I have used, I'm not sure, again, it can be some specific which you are using. Whatever systems I have used, it always asks for the confirmation that, okay, this is the answer which I drafted on your behalf. Do you agree, or do you want to make changes? So it always asked me for 2, 3 options. That's where I was like, okay, go for the second option. So then it comes over there. But
Yes,
for
currently
sure,
they draft and ask, but in
yeah, go
future
ahead.
it can do that.
For future,
Currently they
yeah.
ask, but in future.
Yes, my friend, for future, again, that's where we are learning and growing all together. And AI in future, you never know where we will be. AI will take our place tomorrow. There will be AI good talking to you. So
Just
sure.
like with for 10 days ago almost in Israel, there was a news that in Israel an AI made another AI, hacked.
Yeah.
Means
And that's
without
where,
any command.
yeah.
First
And that's
AI
where
host.
I'll say smart systems come into. And especially when we talk about all that political interferences, their systems are beyond our understanding right now. If they have any,
But
like,
ma'am,
all these,
it should be follow the command.
yeah.
First AI host hadn't.
So, Atish, that's where I will say in terms of what do you mean by the viruses? Generally, the viruses come the same way. If I don't want you to do the same, like the process which you want to do, I want to stop you, I'll have a virus on your system that you do not get that particular one. So for that thing, I will say this, that okay, you need to be very cautious with your AI and how you're using it.
So I would, ma'am, would like to add over here. I could see the gentleman's concern. See, whenever you write a prompt on AI, prompt engineering generally has different factors that you need to consider. Like we have to give a scenario, we have to give actor, we have to give how it has to respond. Plus, we can also, like for these people who are facing the issue, you can always write one line that in case AI finds is stuck somewhere or is not able to decide, please ask me. So you can always write in the prompt that, okay, ask me if you are not getting something. So AI would always be coming back to you instead of making guesses and giving you some different kind of answer. So I think prompts could be more intelligently be written.
Yeah, for sure. That's where AI is like whatever you will tell AI to do, AI will do that way. So whatever you are inputting, you will get an output out of the same too accordingly. Yeah. Okay. We have Vidushi.
Vidushi Jan.
Hello, ma'am. Hi.
Hello, Vidushi. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Firstly, thank you for such a nice session.
No, thank you to all of you for having me.
Ma'am, my question is that in today's world, is AI is growing day by day. So how we will get opportunity as a HR professional, better
How,
opportunity?
okay, how we will get better opportunity as HR professional in terms of
Yeah,
getting the
ma'am.
jobs.
Because AI is growing day by day.
And
So there
sure.
is a vast competition.
And that's where like we have to learn and grow. So I will always say that if I'll have two resumes in front of me and one person is both are MBAs, both are having the top numbers, one person is stating the person is having the AI, I will say the expertise, or they have worked on the AI things, I'll prefer that particular person. Why? Because this is the demand of the companies. So if you are thinking that with this particular, like how the opportunities will be getting affected with that, that's where we have to
Okay.
learn and grow, and we have to show that we are able to do it. Even if on your resumes, even if you're like aware about the chat, like you all are aware about these chat GPT, cloud and all, add it on your
Okay.
resume. It is not like a simple small thing. It is like these days companies are looking forward for it, that okay, you are aware about what is happening in the world. I will say update yourself. Go to AIs. One of the AIs, I'm not favor of like more of paid AIs and all that. Go for one of the AIs which is like available to you. Make a regular interaction or make a regular discussion with the AI stating that how you're going to update yourself or upgrade yourself as a person who will be readily available for HR job opportunity after a specific time period. And then the AI will show you that what are the different things over there and what is the demand in which specific area. I will say, for example, over
Hmm.
here in Ontario, in Canada, the AI
Okay.
is like one of the important thing. And that's where ChatGPT or cloud, they will show you that what is the words which you should, or what is the skills you should have and add it to your resume to get more hireable person. So that's where the same way you should be looking for that. In terms of not just presenting and having that, you have to work on that. We all have to learn and grow. We all have to learn like AIs on a regular basis. I will say try to explore more and more. Maybe go and check all these links, which are the different links for the AIs given for the HR, and see even if one or two which you can implement on your learning level, and then add that, you will be like totally exceptional candidate out of the 5 or 10 candidate whosoever will be applying for that job.
But ma'am, like Copilot, ChatGPT, everyone knows these things. So ma'am, how it will be differ from person to person?
Okay. That's true. That's very, very true to ask. And that's where, if I'll say, ChatGPT, have
Hmm.
you like worked on the advanced versions? Have you created any HR related program or like automated file for it? And how was it? So even if there are 5 candidates all did chat gpt, and you mentioned how you used the chat gpt for your hr related problem solutions and how you presented that solution to the team, and the benefits of the same came up, so you will be more hireable like that as compared to another person. So
Okay.
this is, even if we will talk about the Google thing, but out of the Google, who is the expert will be the person who will be like hired for the role. So for any roles, that is where it will be like how you're presenting it. Even if Chat GPT, that is not a small thing, my friend. If you will look into the Chat GPT itself, I was, to be very honest, when I started using Chat GPT, I was just using it for my daily things. Oh, I have this particular problem, how to solve it. That
Yeah.
was general things. But once I started with Amazon, I looked into AIs and how the AIs are performing and working. Then I was like, oh my God, that's a totally different world. Then I started using ChatGPT for that particular part. And again, ask ChatGPT itself that, okay, I want to be expert and act as a, like HR person expert using the ChatGPT. Show me the modules. What should I do? What should I learn? ChatGPT will show you all these different things. Again, as we discussed earlier, and Sir Amit sir was talking about that, how you are inputting it, the question, you will get the reply as per that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Amit sir, I raised my hand. Anhat mentioned.
Yeah, Vidushi, good evening. Your voice is a little low, so if you could be a little loud.
Good evening, Amit sir. First of all, thank you so much for giving me opportunity to speak with Gurpreet ma'am.
Our pleasure. Please go ahead.
Good evening, Gurpreet ma'am.
Good evening, Anhat. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Ma'am, my main question is that as a postgraduate hotel management student, ma'am, what artificial intelligence application I should use? Because in my future, I want to open my restaurant as a human resource manager because I want to manage what restaurant theme should be, what cuisine should they serve, and how many seating arrangements should be arranged according to the number of guests and the order list. That's my main question, ma'am.
Okay, that's really good question. So in terms of like as a hotel management student, firstly, thank you so much for sparing time to come on this particular one. I will say there is one of these softwares which I was using over here. You will be able to see in terms of your hiring. So firstly, for hiring part, you can look into these softwares. Oh, I haven't shared my screen. But on the link which I shared earlier, so you will be able to see different hiring softwares. But hire value is the one which is not just for hiring, but it will show you different levels of, I will say, the work arrangements. So as if you're planning to open a hotel, look into these different options, and there are 3-4 different options already available in this list, which will be helpful to find you the trend analysis. I'm not sure if they will be able to find the trend analysis for India or specific area you are looking forward, but they will show you the overview, what you should be doing and looking into, and accordingly projected sales also, that how much the things are working over in that specific area, and then how you will be able to get that. One thing.
Ma'am, so do you mean that I should give some curriculum vitae to those people who have knowledge for all 4 departments and way of service and everything, right?
No, my question is, firstly, do you want to open yours or do you want to look for getting a job at some place?
I want to look for a job which has a very close to my place, and I have a knowledge of all 4 places each. But I need to find a better place so I can manage all the areas in a hotel, especially in the kitchen, restaurant, front office, and housekeeping. So what should be suitable for me if I want to use an AI app to find about what sort of days should I work according to the shift?
Okay, I will say start talking to ChatGPT. Even with the basic things, it will start telling you the things. And there are the advanced versions of ChatGPT, which will be going ahead with the next levels, but you have to pay for that. I also do not go for that, but choice is yours. Start with the regular ChatGPT. You will be able to find even with the same two that the steps which you should be doing or what exactly you should be focusing on to get that specific job. If you have a specific for myself, when I was looking for a job, I mentioned a specific company. Okay, this is the company. I'm looking for a job. I want a job for this specific area. Can you suggest me the different options? The ChatGPT suggested me the option. Okay, after that, what skills are needed? Look at my resume right now. What skills are needed to be added to get hired for that specific job position? So again, ChatGPT will look into it and provide you the more details about it. So I will say my suggestion, again, that's solely your call. My suggestion to you is that do not think initially as for all the different areas. Try to focus on one area firstly. Once you will be in that area, then you will be able to look into the different areas that how these other things can be done at the workplace, and how you'll be able to get to the next higher levels wherever you will be starting. Focus on that one area and get your expert advice from Chat GPT itself, or like some of the AIs itself, which will be helpful to provide you that what should be done.
Okay, ma'am. So you mean that I should focus on one place which I am suitable for it, so that I can, start as what you said, manage everything, whatever I know.
That's my suggestion. Again, that's solely on you. If you want to be learn all the traits all together and you are capable enough to do that way, go for it. But my suggestion is surely you should focus on one specific area, go in deep that area that nobody can, I will say, manage to move you from there. You will be just growing up. You will not be able to growing down or lateral.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Very appreciated.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Do we have more people to ask or interact with, ma'am? Interested for interaction?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Sakshi. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Firstly, thank you so much. I was looking at all your replies and there were like too much interaction from your side. So thank you so much for the same.
Thank you, too, ma'am. I'm currently building my career in HR,
Okay.
with the focusing on talent acquisition and HR analytics. So, like, my question is, if I want to build a long-term career in HR analytics, so like, what skills and tools should I focus on today to grow into a strategic HR analytics role, like in future? And also, like, how can AI help me to get they're like these faster, I mean, growth.
Okay,
That's my
I will
question.
say for analytics, AI is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
important thing. So it's AI is not going to help you, AI is going to be as your companion. So you have to make AI your companion when you talk about analytics, because these days companies are more focused on analysis. And trust me, Sakshi, like if I have two persons in front of me, one person is like they know AI to do the analysis or the whole the analytical skills, they have that, and the other person doesn't have, the companies will opt for the one with the AI skills. Why? I will give you the reason for the same too. I was working on one of my projects for my team, and that was where I was supposed to look into the same, how many people are leaving, all the exit numbers, and how they're going ahead, what is the reason. So all these details of the people, the attrition rate, I'll say. For that, when I looked into, like, I was just making different file, then I gave to AI the command that, okay, look into my all these details. These are my people. These are like add-on details about them. Then give me the particular detail, plan for the same. And AI didn't just analyze it, it provided me plan too, how I can save people for future because of the same reason. AI suggests also that, okay, these things can be done. So sometime as an analytical person, or if you're going for analytics area only, that is where you have to provide the suggestions to them, to the companies, right? This is not just, you're not going to find the problem, you're going to find the solution to the problem too. And finding yourself solution can be like you will have one or two or three things only, but finding solution through the AI, you will have 13 things in front of you. So try to grab that information, try to like grab that skill so that that can be helpful to you. And again, AI is your best companion, even if for other HRBPs and other HR areas, that is not that much needed. But when we talk about the analytics area, that is 911. That is like really crucial, really important for that specific area that you need to have it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for solving my problem. Also,
Okay.
ma'am, I love to connect with you on LinkedIn and like learn from your experience. So, if it's possible, you
Sure.
can share your LinkedIn. That's it, clear,
Sure,
ma'am.
you guys can connect with me on my LinkedIn. Let me check what is my LinkedIn account number. But yeah, I will add it in the messages just within a few seconds. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Amit sir, meanwhile, I'll look into my LinkedIn account. Give me 1 second. I think that's GK Sani 13, but I have to confirm.
Okay, we have Prableen call. Good evening, Prableen.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi, Prableen.
Okay, I have a question from you. Actually, I
Sure.
want to do a business analytics. I joined the session of the HR because I
Yeah.
want to basically know how the changes occur in the HR field. Because in every business analytics fields, you have to go through HR professional, right? You have to go through that, how the HR now going to analyze the student. So I have a question from you. Does the business analytics field is going to increase or decrease with the invention of AI?
It is going to change. Neither increase nor decrease. It is surely going to change. So it is like the same way which we discussed earlier in terms of like it is not replacing us. It is helping us to go in a different direction where we have to go. If we will not be going, then we will be left far behind.
And what
So
are the HRs now looking for as a business analytics manager in a student or in a worker?
okay, I'll tell you the honest reply for the same in terms of what is happening in Canada. Again, I'm not 100% sure, and Amit sir, you can correct me if I will be wrong. But in Canada, majority of the companies are like more focusing on going ahead in terms of the cost reduction and how the cost reduction, that is more HR is getting affected because of the administrative part. And that's where like our tasks are like not replaceable, but our tasks are few of the tasks which are we do generally on a regular basis, which are getting affected surely. So that's where I will say that even analytics part, that is not just HR analytics over here, it is like whole business analytics. And business analytics, whenever they look into the problems, they say, oh, this is cost efficiency, this is cost reduction, this is cost increase. But how? That is where they will look into what can be automated, what cannot be. These things can be automated. Sure, go for cost reduction. Analysis is done. Analytical said that, oh, this is business need, we will do it. And that's where they try to figure out that way. So over here, it is like not just the HR business analytics, it is a company, as a whole company, business analytics positions more available. And that's where they talk about whole company, not just the HR field. And accordingly, they look into that, how we should be processing and finding the solutions and problems and solutions, sorry.
Okay, yes. So it means that HR analytics has a narrower scope than the business analytics, right?
Yes, I will say that is a part of the business. I'll not say narrower. Never ever say narrower to our own field. No, but yeah,
I'm
that
not
is a
saying
part.
narrower, but I'm just trying to explain that
No, just
the
kidding.
business analytics is the head and HR analytics is just a part of it. Am I right?
Yeah, that's a sub part of the same for sure. I will
Yes,
say
yes.
indispensable part. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for it.
Okay.
Okay, it means that the the analytics is going to be helped with the help of AI. It is making the task more easier.
Come again. Sorry.
It means that, does it means that the AI is going to make the task of business analytics more easier?
I will say yes. Uh, Easier in terms of getting the data and
Doing the
providing you the
analysis?
solution.
Yes. I
Providing
think in
you the
analysis and getting the data
yeah.
or evaluating it, but not in the terms of taking decision.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where it comes like it comes little tougher because if I'm getting so for example, there's no AI, I'm getting the data myself. I have all these data. I know from where I collected, I know the transparency, I know the data is correct or not, and accordingly, what other decisions can be made. But when AI provides that or like support from the AI, it goes in a totally different direction in terms of firstly, I have to assess whether the data is correct or not. From where I got the data, and accordingly, what was the solution provided, whether we can go ahead with that solution or not. So you have to figure out, but again, the scope is changing, but work is still the same with over there. But I saw the time, so I think we are over time right now. So going back to Dr. Sir up.
Yeah. So I think we'll be taking the last question from Shubham. If
Sure.
the team could promote Shubham to the panelists and he can ask the question. Yeah. Good evening, Shubham.
Shubham, I cannot hear you if you can hear me.
Yeah. Okay, I think there is some technical issue with Shubham's network. So I think, okay, Simran wants to ask a question, so we can move to Simran. Yeah. Simran, good evening. Please ask your question.
Hello.
Hi, Simran.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
How are you? Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. So first of all, thank you, ma'am, for great session.
Thank you for having me. I know this is your weekend, so thank you, everybody.
Okay. So, ma'am, my question is that recently we have seen that a lot of technical roles has been cut, even through like many product-based companies like Microsoft and Amazon. So, like software developers and like data analytics, these type of fields. So, my question is that will AI impact these fields also? Like, will demand will go up for these fields, or like it is a current market correction?
I will say 100% from my perspective, yes. Why? Because earlier it was totally different job description for them, and there was different requirements of the data analytics and collector person. But these days, that is a totally different demand. So that's where surely AI plays a major role in terms of now you need to be more advanced in the AIs and you need to be more advanced in the chatbots and all that, that how to get the data and how to work on that data. Surely from back end, if you are like good in the whole data, how you're processing it, and you are good in software creation and all that, then you will be in a demand. But if you're like, okay, I know this specific, I don't know, the C language or some other languages, that is not in a demand that much. But yes, if you have advanced version of the same and you're able to use that in the AI and then you can create systems for the company, you will be in a demand. So it changed the scope. It is not like, okay, the whole job is off. No, but it changed the scope to the massive amount, that whatever information or whatever like updates you have earlier for the languages, all that is changing. So now you have to upgrade yourself and then work as per the AI requirements.
Okay, so ma'am, like if I want to go in software development role, so what kind of like a tech stack is currently like these big product-based companies are hiring? Like Python, if I do Python and other stuff related to that. So what your
Question.
opinion on that?
Question to you. Have you ever looked into any of the job role opened by the company where you want to go, or like where the 3, 4 companies which you have in your mind as a dream companies? Have you ever tried to look into the jobs?
Yes, ma'am, I have seen the Amazon and
Yeah.
other profiles like JPMC and other. So all
Yeah.
they are like hiring for mostly AI fields, like AI developers, the core developers who are building that chatbots.
Mm-hmm. So that's where I will say look into the job description in terms of what is the actual they are looking into. Again, I'm not into the recruitment of the data developer, so I'm not 100% sure. But from my understanding, which I saw the jobs, again, AI can support you in that in terms of you can add that these are my dream jobs or these are my job descriptions, which is given by the companies which I want to join. Please help me as per my resume that what skills I need to go ahead and get. So it will, again, the AI will provide you overview of that. Okay, being is I don't know, MCA person, for example, only you have these skills and you need these new languages to learn so that you will be able to develop the software or like what is in demand over there. So it will show you.
Okay. So,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Simran. I think it was a really interactive session. And before we conclude, I would like to sincerely thank Ms. Gurpreet Kaur for delivering such an insightful and enriching session. Ma'am, your valuable experience and perspectives have truly added great value to our understanding. I think all the learners would agree with what I say. And we are grateful for your time and your contribution. Thank you so much for bringing the real industry scenarios and the way you answered the questions. I think most of their queries would have been resolved. In case anybody of you still have queries, you can write to us. We will get your queries answered from ma'am in future. Thank you so much. Looking forward to have more sessions with you, ma'am. It was wonderful sharing the stage with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and especially thanks to the arranging team as well as the team whosoever was attending on their weekend. I can totally understand, but truly appreciate everybody and all the messages which you sent. I truly appreciate that too. Thank you, and have a wonderful time, all of you.
So we say goodbye to all our learners. Thank you. So this is where we are winding up the session. See you again in another session. Thank you so much. Good evening, and wish you all a happy and comfortable weekend. Thank you so
That's
much,
true.
ma'am.
Thank you. All right.